Hello, everybody. Welcome to Silent Podcast, the place where everything but silent. I'm your host, Isaiah, and we're back for week 8 of Big Brother 27 recap. We're here with the regular panel. Of course, Josie Ann is back. Josie, how you doing?
I'm feeling great. Last week I was in the minority of this podcast, okay? And I said some things and I was on an island. And call me a survivor extinction winner cuz I everything I said last week was right. Everything. So here I am. I'm feeling avenged.
All right. And we also got Janelle. Janelle, what's going on?
I'm nervous. I don't like that we haven't had feeds all day. I don't like that we don't have an HOH. I don't like the rumors that I hear. So I'm anxious. Anxious. That's how I feel tonight.
All right. And then special guest coming back again, Ethanimale. Oh, my God. Ethanimale. Ethan, how you doing?
I mean, Janelle took all the words out of my mouth. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. I'm preparing for the worst, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not emotionally prepared. I'm just like trying to pretend like I am. But if I see those feeds turn on and the wrong person's gone, I am going to be devastated.
Yes.
Word on the street, people are speculating that Rachel's coming back. Going home. Sorry. Now, I will say, Twitter is not like a valuable source for anything nowadays. So I'm not, I'm holding out hope. There's been plenty of liars in previous seasons. There's been plenty of liars this season, and this season isn't going to be any different. So we're going to have to wait until midnight, apparently, in Eastern time to see what the hell is going on. I can say the only thing I've seen off of email is what time that the feeds are going to come back. So I don't really think anyone really knows. I've seen tweets of people having insider text messages, and some people are like, oh, this person said you're not going. We'll see. I'm never going to put bad energy in the air for Rachel Riley. I love Rachel, but we have a whole lot to get through. Of course, last time we were here, we were going through the chaotic week of Keanu's HOH. And wow, what a wild ride that was. Janelle, how did you feel about Keanu's HOH train?
He's a hot mess. He started off trying to stand on business, backstabbing Vince, teach him a lesson. And as soon as Vince's butt cheeks hit that block, Keanu was walking it all back and did everything he possibly could to try to save Vince off that block. It didn't work. They went into that veto competition 4 versus 2. They still lost it. Tried to trick Morgan into not using the veto. It didn't work. Tried to gather votes. Tried to go to Ava, who promptly told him if Vince wants my vote, he can come ask for it himself. Like, it was just a classic Keanu mess, in my opinion. He ended up getting what he wanted, and Vince stayed. Morgan stayed too, but classic Keanu mess, in my opinion. I think he burned bridges this week too.
Either, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, like, again, exactly what Janelle said. I think although he got one thing out of the week, I guess he got two things. He kind of has Lauren and Kelly, and Mickey is gone. But like everything else was a mess. The means to get to the end was a mess. But also, like, I already wasn't very high on where he was, so he didn't even go down that much in my eyes because he was already at like a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I was saying this last week. I'm like, I truthfully felt like Keanu, whatever he did, was going to result in like some negative outcome, because I'm like, Keanu already isn't very liked that much in the house, right? So I didn't necessarily think there was a right or wrong move for him. And like the words you just said, I still feel is like, regardless of what this guy does, I don't think his positioning changes, because regardless, no one in the house really wants to really work with this guy full term. So it's like, obviously there's going to be some repercussions for some of his nomination. I'm sure Josie Ann can't wait to talk about that, but ultimately, I think that he's in a spot where he's so unserious that he can really do whatever he wants in this game, and it's not going to hurt or help him at this point. So it's like, I'm here for it personally. I'm still in the Keanu train. Josie, I'm curious how you feel, because ultimately with the wild ride of that eviction, we did result in Mickey leaving in a huge blind side. I don't think she even saw it coming. So how do you feel about that?
Honestly, like prior last week when we were talking about who would go home, I didn't think it would be Mickey, to be honest. But it does make sense that it came down to it. I knew Vince was going to be fine. Like, regardless of him being put on the block, I knew he was going to be fine in some shape, way, or form. It just so happens that it always turns out that way for him, unfortunately, or fortunately, because he's on my draft. But Mickey leaving is interesting. I said it, I think a few weeks ago. I said if Mickey leaves the house, that gives Vince even more or better positioning rather in the house. And I think that sentiment rings true. This, I don't know, this White Lotus themed week, we don't know what's ahead, but if it's a split, like if it's a split week, depending on how things shift, I think that other side that lost Mickey, that needed Mickey, could be decimated. So, I mean, she wasn't the best ally for some of them, but she was still needed. She was a number that was needed. And I think that's something that, for example, Kelly recognizes in Vince. So she shouldn't have gone, to be honest, for that other side.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that
Sorry.
I think it's unfortunate that it ended up being Ashley versus Mickey. I wanted Vince to be there in some way, shape, or form, so there was a chance for him to go. But he put them balls in that tube faster than everybody else, so we didn't get that. But I agree with Josi. I think I wanted Vince to go because I thought that was more beneficial for the people that I'm rooting for. But we didn't get that. So, and Mickey had a chance to be saved, but she jacked that up. Like, Rachel and Ashley were going to go to bat for her should she be on the block against Vince. But it got circled back around to Ashley that Mickey was going to evict her against Vince. So they're like, well, bye, Mickey. You know, there was a push to save her, but she crushed that.
Do you feel the same way, Ethan?
Yeah, I mean, going into yesterday, in the eviction episode, I was rooting so hard for Mickey to win that blockbuster just so we could like have that chance for Vince to go home.
Yes.
But now, I mean, after this morning, Mickey was saying on her interviews that she would have evicted Ashley. I don't know how much I fully believe that.
Same.
Especially because like Vince being the only person to vote for her to stay, not Mickey has shown that, you know, she's capable of telling a little white lie or two. So it's like, maybe I'm happy that she didn't win, but I mean, in my perfect world, I would have loved to see Vince go home in a 4-3 vote.
Yeah.
But we got what we got.
Yep. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I tweeted this. I said, me and the other like Vince fan happy that he won, and it was like two people just cheering. Why do we want Vince to leave? I'm gonna be so real. He is serving messy tea. Like, are you not entertained to a degree? Like, why do we want? I feel like that's like a sentiment people have. I feel like it's also easy for me to say because I have him on my draft, so I have to indirectly root for him. But I'm just curious why people want him out so badly.
Really, Josie? I guess
I'm asking.
I guess, but I just personally
I'm entertained.
And I understand I'm not personally entertained by his weak. Like, he's always crying. He doesn't stand on business. It's like this mopey, woe is me, everybody come save me. Like, wouldn't even campaign for himself. Like, his approach to the game is a bit pathetic. It keeps working. People keep saving him or he keeps staying. But just his approach to the game is just a bit pathetic to me. And ultimately, how I always work in Big Brother, I root for the result that I feel benefits the people that I want to see succeed. And to me, Vince going was good for the people that I would like to see succeed. But at the top of it, that I could love the person, but if you got to go so my people can do better, then that's what I look for. But he's so
pathetic. The culture. Now, me, I don't care who leaves or goes. To be honest with you, I over the past couple of years have kind of detached from like having favorites unless like someone really like surprises me. Like, if you're entertaining, like that's something, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm at the point in my Big Brother fandom where I just want like a good player to win, and it not just like gameplay, but like I like mess as well, you know. So like me personally, I was sad to see Mickey go because I'm like, people don't like her, but like she's bringing something, right? I'm okay with events still being here. I'm still okay with like Rachel still being here because like they still bring some kind of personality. I feel, you know, like If any of the other people win, Keanu too. I would love a Keanu win, by the way. If anyone else wins, like, cool. But, like, I don't want just, like, this vibe where it's just, like, a boring person winning. They just kind of get forgotten into the ethos. And it's like, oh, yeah, that person won. You know, like, I love memorable people. So I don't mind if Vince stays. I'm not the biggest Vince fan because he's, like, very lucky. I feel like he's a very lucky player. I don't care for a lot of those guys who, like, are pitched as like masterminds and they're just like getting lucky as hell. This guy gets like so lucky. Tyler, Crispin and him are not the same player, but they are both very lucky players. I told you, I think Tyler's so overrated. So I think Vince isn't my cup of tea, but if he wins, I'm not angry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in that camp.
I am. I would not like that whatsoever. Like, I agree. I would, out of the two, even though I was upset with Mickey over the past couple of weeks, I would much rather watch her mess any day over Vince blubbering in the corner.
For me, this is kind of like a long-winded answer, so I'll try and be quick. But like, I totally see what you're saying, Josie. Like, he is bringing the mess, and like, I always think it's super important to have people to root for, but also people to root against. And Vince is a great person for me to root against in that regard. So I appreciate what he's bringing, but I also like storylines, and I feel like having Vince be evicted as the last pre-juror would be like the perfect like way to cap the messy, chaotic, unpredictable pre-jury that we just went through. However, him surviving now, it extends the storyline. Now it can maybe flourish, but I am also worried. Like, I don't personally want Vince to win. I am making videos on the people that win, and Vince isn't at the highest on my list.
He was like, don't make me do a Vince video, please.
That's kind of, I mean, like, I don't want to do a Kelly video. So she's kind of on the bottom. So Vince is above her, but that's like very self-interested of me.
That's fair. It's a game. I mean, we're watching a show where we want to root for people and we want people to lose. It just makes sense. I'm just, I was interested to hear y'all's takes on it, but yeah.
Cool. All right, so we got a whole lot of people to rank. If you're new here, we rank. So we're gonna hop into that because that takes up a chunk of this podcast, and we do not want to be here for 2 hours like last week. So we'll pull it up.
We just had passionate debates.
And listen, and just for you too, Ethan, I usually say this before the podcast, but you can chime in whenever you want. We like passionate debates, whatever. If you feel like someone's saying some nonsense, say it. You know what I'm saying? If you can say whatever you want. But last week, we had Rachel at the top of the chart and Kelly at the bottom. Mickey has been eliminated.
Saw this chart. This is so funny.
So
there was debate. There was
debate. So we're going to continue on. Obviously, Katie's not here, so Ethan will be taking her spot for today. We're going to start from the bottom up. By the way, Katie was very upset that this is their second time missing the podcast with Ethan. I forgot to let you know that. So shout out to Katie. We're going to get that one day.
Next year.
Next year. Unless they do celebrity or something. All right. Kelly is still at the bottom. Anyone can pitch in. You know what? Actually, let's start with Josie and then everyone come in. So, Josie, is Kelly still the bottom of the barrel, or should she be given some slack?
You know what I appreciate about Kelly is that there is an understanding of like her relationship with Vince. Like every time she sits there and she says, I know that he's burned me, but I have no other choice. And I wish that sentiment would reign true with a lot of the rest of the house guests. Like she's at the bottom. Like there's no other way to go up like from here. You know what I mean? Like she's not getting any better or any worse, to be honest. And I think because she's kind of hidden in the backgrounds, there's targets above her always. She'll always get the stigma of winning so many competitions and they think she's weird. But at the end of the day, like I don't think Kelly should be the one people should target. They are not going to vote for her to win. It would make sense for a lot of these house guests to start going after people who will obviously vote for them to win, but also keeping the people who are their biggest competition. Like I'm interested to see what happens in the jury phase, and I have a feeling she's going to win a competition like an HOH. Like I feel it. I called it on the Keanu HOH. I'm calling it on the Kelly HOH. I think her time is coming. and that week I'll be sad. It'll be very interesting to see how these people who are at the top navigate from a Kelly HOH. So I'm interested, but she has no social capital. She's tightened her bonds with Lauren, and she's tightened her bonds with Ava to a degree. So that could be something that she could utilize. But she just needs power. At the end of the day, a lot of these people need power to do something.
I can't. You can never make it like Kelly. Like, I liked her for 30 seconds in the episode. I was surprised to hear her talk about how Keanu told her she could use the veto on Vince. She's like, but I want to use it on Morgan. Forget Vince. I was like, okay, Kelly, yes. Play the game for yourself. Earn allies for yourself. I was surprised to hear her articulate that. Would she have done it? I don't know. But I was surprised to hear her at least talk about it. I agree, Josi. She's bonded with Lauren. She's making some inroads with Ava and also Morgan. There's something brewing between Morgan and Kelly too, where I think if Kelly wins, Morgan is going to be just fine. So I wouldn't be mad if she's the bottom of D, because I think Mickey leaving is great for her. I think she has like 3 people, maybe 4, and Vince that aren't going to throw her on the block. And if any of the other players from Rachel's side are gone, like, Kelly is looking like she's in a much better spot. So as much as I hate it.
Yeah. No, trust me, I was coming into this, like, I was ready to unload on Kelly and just be like, she is the worst. Keep her at, like, make a new tier below F. But, like, now that I'm taking a second and, like, thinking rationally, like, you do bring up a lot of good points. And it's like, all things considered, close to half of the people might not nominate her. Like, that's nothing to scoff at. I mean, we are like, what, 8 weeks into the game, and it's like, oh, like, she's starting to maybe develop a little bond with Ava. Like, that's not great, but it's something. So, you know, I could potentially see a world where maybe she slips into the bottom of D, but I'm also perfectly cool to keep her in F. Like, if we want to do that, that's fine with me.
Listen, I ain't gonna argue either.
I think it's hard to always place the people who are at the bottom, because then y'all decide to move other people, and I'm like, whoa. In relation to
it's like, well, now that changes my other
exactly. That's exactly what happened last week. So I mean, I'm down to keep her there, but I say I'm curious what you think.
I'm sticking her on F, because I don't care like how long she's going to be in the game. You're going to have to wow me with some evidence to give me any kind of like convincing argument that she has a chance to win this season. So I still, she can get runner up, like, you know, she can go as far as she wants, but if she has no win equity, like, I can't really work with anything here, you know. Like, I feel like F is specifically for like, and that's why I was kind of anti Mickey be there, but obviously she was going home anyway, so who cares? I'm very big on, like, if you have no win equity, you can't be above F for me. Like, I just don't see a path. And there's at least some kind of percentage for every single person above her, unless Kelly's like Steve Moses and is just like playing like this game that no one's gonna see. She goes on this crazy comp run. Yeah, she does a big move at the end. Like, all right, fine. But like, if I'm judging off of what I've seen, I haven't seen much, you know. So I'm keeping her at F. I don't think there's anyone that's going to be upset about that. So
yes,
hopefully we'll see.
I will just say, to play devil's advocate, I'm not trying to push her anywhere, but I do think that there isn't a world where I think she could win. Anyone on this cast who's made it to jury can win. Like, I can imagine a jury being bittered against Vince thinking, oh, easy cakewalk against Kelly, and then boom, she ends up winning. That could easily happen, right? Or like Lauren, a lot of people think that she hasn't made any decisions. There is, if we're talking about storyline, right? She has won. She's been on the block. Granted, she chose to do that, but I don't think it's out of the world of possibility if you're able to plead and advocate for yourself, and she's making allies with other people. It's not impossible, but she's
though. Like,
I think she could win against Vince in a bitter jury, and that's crazy. And that's a bit crazy. Vince has the makings of making a bitter ass jury, to be quite honest with you. Him, Keanu, people think Lauren doesn't think for herself. despite her thinking that she does. So like it's possible. It's not impossible. I can't
hope
sit here
for
and say that
literally
she would
everyone.
never win. It's a low percentage, but it's
Yeah.
There you go. We do have breaking news from one of our consistent viewers. Of course, shout out to my guy, Joseph Boza. We do now know that there is a confirmed eviction that has happened, and it will be shown on Tuesday. So when feeds come back on, there's a high chance someone's going down. Here's my thing with this.
Oh my God.
I wonder, like, they're not dumb enough to like already have done the elimination, right?
No,
Like,
they've definitely done it.
Like, if they should done the elimination,
I think
they would. I would hope with some brain power, cut feeds until Tuesday. Because if you do it,
don't tell them.
Not manifest.
I don't want them to do it. But listen. I hope they just cut feeds because they want people to watch Big Brother a lot. Because how much more entertaining would it be to like watch how like this will go down before the elimination? Like, I hope they didn't do it yet, and it's just some ploy to get views on Unlocked, and then feeds come on and like, oh, no one went home. Now, if they did it already, and they want us to just sit here until Tuesday, already knowing what happened, I want to be a little confused because I'm like, this is a very Big Brother candidate. No shade, but this is a very Big Brother candidate of you, and I love BBK. But they've done that before. I'm sorry,
they haven't.
I'm biased. I
the
know.
instant eviction is always that final four.
I love
always.
BB I love
Don't
BB
play.
I love BB But regardless, this is very BBUS of them. Sorry to like shoot themselves in the foot, right? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't want to go on a whole rant, but like, I don't understand it. Like, I hope and pray that they didn't do the elimination yet, and they're just airing it on to like that would be so dumb if you ask me. But
I don't know.
What do I know? I don't know either.
I
Yo,
think
I'm
they
scared
did.
Kelly HOH and then Rachel at home. I'm scared.
That's
scared.
what I'm expecting.
Oh my
That's
God.
exactly.
Then
what
I'm gonna have
That's in my
to
gut
eat
feeling
my
would be
words.
right. Oh,
we'll have to eat our words in regards to this Kelly ranking. But like I said, we don't know what happened. We might find out at midnight. I hope not. You know, I would love to get to watch this week play out, and then the shock on everyone's face on Tuesday would be beautiful. But we're about to find out. Because look, imagine the chaos of another week from like Tuesday to Thursday. That's even less time. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, is that what they're gonna do then? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even. So Tuesday
Like,
to Thursday, it's gonna be like a 48-hour. Or do you think they'll like? Now
It's almost feel like they did a double.
Like, I was gonna say they
like
could do like a double on Thursday and just have no HOH for 2 days between.
What
like,
if this is the replacement for the double? Like, what if this is technically the double and they just filmed it right after the episode and they're like, oh, now we're going to show it on Tuesday? Like, I don't know. So many questions.
And they're still gonna need like 2 more like fast forwarded evictions to get rid of all the people.
I mean, they have a 2-hour block on Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, if someone already got evicted, it could have easily been like an instant. Like I'm thinking of in situations of Big Brother. Like I'm thinking of season 3 when Kevin won HOH. They immediately called him into the vault, and then they were like, okay, you have to put your 2, like you have to nominate 2 people, and so he ended up picking. Oh, let me not spoil the show for those who haven't seen it. But he ends up picking 2 people. And they have no POV. It's in like when I say it's instant. Like the final 4 instant, there's a POV that's played, but like the eviction is so early on. So that's the only example that I could think of that justifies, because right after that person got evicted, they went straight and did another HOH, and then Brittany won HOH. That same, like within the span of like 12 hours. So like it could possibly be a new HOH in place as well, and they're going to continue the week on to have an eviction on Thursday.
I have no faith in CBS, and I was like, I've been fooled to think they have brain power so many times, and they trick me. So I don't know. We'll see.
But my thing is, why? I guess if they're doing all that, if they did have an HOH and an eviction, why are they hiding? I guess they would. My logic is they would keep feeds down because they need to have them down for the competition, as they always do, and they need to have them down for the actual eviction.
I'm telling you, I
Why
feel like
else
they
would
just
we want-
wanted people to watch Big Brother Unlocked. I'm
But
telling
that
you, I
don't
feel like
tell
that's
us
what it
nothing.
is.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
think
what I'm
because-
saying. I'm on Twitter right now. Not that I'm not paying attention, but I was just like checking it over there, and nobody knows shit. Sorry,
I
don't
feel
know
like
shit,
you
We
can say
could
whatever you
curse.
want.
We could
Okay.
curse.
I really feel like this is just to get people to watch Big Brother Unlocked. I hope I'm right. Anyway, we can sit here forever and talk about this. Let's move on. All right. So until we find out that Kelly had the craziest HOH of all time, she's F. We're moving on. Janelle, how do you feel about Vince? He survived getting nominated from his supposed ally. So how do you feel about that?
I think Mickey going is good for Vince. Like he still got Morgan, he still got Kelly kinda, he still got Lauren. I think hell, I don't know. He's just I just want that man to die. That's what I want.
Yeah, I was
Not
gonna say
literally
evicted,
die,
but-
but I want him to go home.
Oh my god.
Vince keeps on trucking. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't like his approach, but with Mickey going, he's in solid with Morgan. I think he's in an okay spot. I don't think he's like it's impossible for him to win. I think the perception of him is a bunch of tears, like a big old crybaby, but I think he's in a decent spot with Mickey going. I think he has some allies, and I think he actually would potentially target Keanu should he win, which was interesting. He was telling Morgan that, and I feel like he would be honest with. He was telling Morgan that and somebody else something else, but I feel like he would be honest with Morgan about who he wanted to target because he was pissed about the week.
More news. So
I
sorry.
would put him at the top of D. I would keep him in D for now, but top of D, low C, honestly. For his
Real
position.
quick, it's so funny because I compare this guy to Tyler
know, your
earlier.
favorite
We're on
player.
Vince, and then look, Tyler's hosting the next HOH. Whoop-de-doo. Anyways, boo. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Let's move on. So I actually agree with you, Janelle. I said this last week, and I was like iffy on Vince being dropped so low, but like, I also understood. I feel like Vince, like I said last week, if he survives, should be raised up. And I still feel that way.
You said that.
I don't know if I'm valid with him being in C just yet, but because there's so much uncertainty right now, I just don't know what the hell happened in the house since then. So I don't know what's going on. But with what we do know, I feel like he is going to be fine. I don't really see anyone else who would put him up right now. Unless, I just don't really see it unless there was an opportunity for Keanu to get back-to-back HOH or something. I don't even think he would do it, So I think Vince is fine. I think I will put him at top of D for now with the possibility of him getting raised back up to C next week, depending on how this week plays out. Josie, I know you feel that way, but how do you feel, Josie?
Yeah, I'm going to be so for real. Like, I honestly, when I tell you that there are a few people I've stand in this community. Vince is not one of them, okay? But y'all make me have to advocate for him a little too much for my liking, but I'll do the job anyways. If no one's going to do it, I'm going to do it. He is the only one we have seen being able to work with the sides of the house. He is the only one. Not for lack of trying. Rachel has tried. I'm not saying that she hasn't. But he is the only one who could go and work with Kelly, Lauren, Keanu, Ava, Will, Morgan, Ashley, and Rachel. He is the only one that's fluid and able to go back and forth. I mean, let's be for real. Like, Will's a great person. People like Will, but he can't go and then start keying and playing the game with Kelly. It just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. It's not true. And the fact that he's able to do that to me is a very important thing to highlight. Like, he has the ability to play with different players, and in a game like this, you have to. You might not like the way he moves in the game. You might not respect him. Heck, that's your own prerogative. But in the ecosystem that is the house currently, he is the only one who's going to be able to play with anyone and everyone he chooses to. He is literally, it's up to him. I don't think, whatever this twist is, I don't think he's in danger at all, unless he's in a situation where it's like the judges in the other side of the house. And even then, that's not, like, probability wise, that's not possible, to be honest. So I mean, never say never, but I think he is in one of the better positions in the game. people can flip on him for sure, but I don't think in this state, the way the house is, it's what 4-5 with Vince kind of in the middle, so it could be 4-1. I mean, he's in a good position.
Ethan.
I don't know. I just don't know. He's such a little weasel, man. Like he's even got me confused, and it's
He is
just
a weasel.
we haven't seen a player as self-interested as Vince in so long, and I really just want like Lauren to wake up and realize what an atrocious ally Vince actually is. Like, what good does Vince actually do for Lauren? He's done like nothing for her.
Yeah.
Keanu and Kelly, like, I already don't have that much like faith in their like strategic abilities, so it's like I can see why they keep going back to Vince. But like Lauren, I feel like she should see at this point where it's like, okay, like I've really been going to bat for this guy. He hasn't really done the same for me. But because these people aren't waking up, like I can't be too harsh on Vince. I don't know. Like, I'm fine to like put him towards the top of D. I begrudgingly would probably even put him at like, well, it's kind of tough because like on like a normal, I don't even know. I'm so confused.
Like, yeah, like is it bad to say that he kind of reminds of Andy a little bit, like not the same social game?
Oh,
like,
he's gonna hate that.
His play style reminds me of Andy. Why?
No,
he already tweeted about it. He don't want to be compared to
Andy.
Andy's been very vocal
That's
about
crazy.
He roots for Vince in the Big Brother.
He reminds me of Andy a lot from 15. I don't see the social game, but like the play style is very like slimy. I'm just like, I don't know.
It's very like Andy without a lot of like the skills.
Yeah,
like,
He's lucky. He's lucky, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of luck.
Yeah,
I would say like normally I would want to put him in the C tier, but that's like on a scale where we have someone in the A or the S tier.
Agreed.
Our second to highest tier is C right now, so maybe I don't want to put Vince there.
Yeah, I have a big 2-week rule. I'm not going to raise him up until I see some improvement this week. So I think, is anyone against him being top of D?
No, that's
raise
fine.
your hand.
He's been
I'm
on
not
the block
against
for the
it.
last 4 weeks, except for when he was HOH.
I'm not against it, but let me be clear. When we get these and someone is gone, and he is in a better, even better position.
He could.
I'm moving him to
Friday.
I'm not against that. Like I said, we might come back on Tuesday. Next Friday, we could be here talking about how Kelly made the craziest move.
2 people are going to be
time.
gone.
That's what I'm saying.
Kelly made
there's
the
a lot of
craziest move
games.
and evicted herself.
Exactly. Like that would be crazy. That would be crazy. But we have no idea what's going to happen. So this whole list could look way different by next Friday. We'll see. All right, let's move on. A little bit of furniture, but it's all right. Ethan, how do you feel about Lauren right now in the game?
I mean, I recently did like a player ranking, and I had Lauren up at number 3, but only because I had everyone below her. Not that I thought that Lauren was playing like a number 3 game. And it was also like Ashley was on the block. There was a non-zero chance she could go home. And my reasoning was that I was secretly just hoping that Vince would get evicted this week. And then looking at like that side of the house, Lauren, Kelly, and Keanu, I figured that Lauren would just survive longer than the two of them because she's not being actively targeted. And like, obviously she's not actively in the spotlight because she's a very quiet player. So I was like, I could potentially just see her like winning a couple comps. She's already shown that she can win comps. She's not as big of a threat as the people that are on her side. And she like recently got close with Ava. She has Kelly and Keanu, and Vince is still here. Like that's half the people in the house already. Like I'm not super high on her game, but I'm not super high on anybody's game. But I don't know. Again, so much depends on like what happens next. Like who wins power next is so important to the trajectory of the rest of the season. So it's so hard to say.
Josie, how you feeling?
The thing about Lauren is that her positioning is great, in my opinion. It's just that I don't have the confidence in her to do anything. Like if she wins a double HO, like, oh my God, if she wins the double, that will be such an interesting night for the wrong reasons. No offense, her. And I'm saying this as someone who has her in my draft yet again. So I'm just being real. I don't know. I think she has the ability to win this game if she actually wanted to. Like that's what's hard. Like I can't tell her what to do. I am simply a viewer sitting on my couch watching her play like the rest of America and Canada and whoever else is watching across the world. It's very frustrating to watch her play, to be honest, because I think she has the tools necessary to actually make something shake. She has what I believe I'm going to coin privilege coins in the Big Brother house, and she is not cashing them in. And she keeps gaining them. She hasn't had to do really anything, to be honest. She just needs to cash them in. And I don't know if she'll ever do that, right? Like we've seen her in HOH. We've seen her win veto. And we saw the results of that, right? It's other people influencing her. So even if she were to make it to the end, I don't think anyone will ever give her any credit for any of the moves she makes, to be honest. And that's a really hard thing to shake at this point. So I don't know how to feel about her. Like I think position-wise, she's great, but she hasn't done anything to really get her positioning on purpose.
Yeah, I agree, especially about like the lack of respect for her game. That's just evident with how people talk about her, even people that come out of the house. And this is also another point to you, Josi, talking about Kelly has an opportunity to win. Like if Kelly gets to the end and she sits next to Lauren, I don't know how that would happen, but if that did happen, I could at least see people giving Kelly credit for saving herself week after week. At least she did that. You know what I mean? Lauren won one HOH and could barely make a decision. And yeah, her positioning's pretty okay. I don't see many people winning and specifically coming for Lauren's neck. She'd be like a third nominee because apparently the blockbuster's still happening for all we know. But
I can't believe that.
I mean, either. I'm like, cut it off.
Please,
But,
like I like it, but they're gonna ruin it by having it the
Yes.
whole season.
yes.
I don't know why y'all like it. It takes away the back door for me, which is my favorite part.
I hate it for so long. I want it for like the first 4 to 5 weeks and then stop it. Like that'd be fine.
I'm okay with it pre-jury. Like,
But then,
I
like,
don't
give
think
me
it's a
some
problem.
I'm okay with it for like 6 weeks. Like I'm
yes,
okay.
4 to 6. Give me that. But anyway, so I think that Lauren, if anything, I don't know what I feel her win equity is. I feel like she's not going to be targeted anytime soon because while there's so many people ahead of her, but somewhere in bottom,
Lauren's
I don't know.
she's like a blank canvas that
Yeah.
like you can't really say she's playing bad and you can't really say she's playing good. She's just like there right now. And I feel like this is, I guess, the time where a lot of people's games switch up for the better or for the worse. Like she could have like this Lisa Donahue like evolution where it's just like no one's taking Lisa seriously, and then like that switch flips and like you start playing the game. Or she could be like an Annalise and it's just like, hey, like you have it, like, you know, you're there. No one's really like thinking about you. And then eventually you're just here until you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Lauren is a bad player. I don't even think her ranking really at the bottom of D right now really shows like her game, because I don't think it's necessarily a bad sign for her. I just don't really know what to do with her. There's so many moving pieces and more active players right now. It's not necessarily bad that she's not doing too much. I just don't know if she has the potential to like do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm iffy on her. I don't think there is a right or wrong ranking. I probably wouldn't say she's the bottom of D though, to be honest with you. But I think naturally, like she might raise up on her own without us having to move her. To be honest with you, so
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I think she can stay right there, and I think naturally some people might just go below her. Personally, that's just me. Or I'm saying people. I'm more so like one person, but well, I mean, we'll get to it.
I'm just struggling with Lauren, to be honest, because I can't even compare her to someone in my mind, because I feel like she is actively playing with someone who doesn't have her best interests at heart, and that's so hard for me to like shine away from. And Ava's been saying, like, I don't know why you keep prioritizing this man. Like, this man has done nothing for
He's
you.
done nothing. He's the
Nothing
worst
for
ally
you.
ever.
Yes,
Why
yes.
does everyone keep working with him? Let's bring it back to Vince. But it's
I mean, all roads go back to Vince. I'm so sorry. And it's T. That's the T. That's the T. But I don't know. It's hard. Like, Lauren's gameplay is weird to me. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a game. I'm trying to think like, I feel like when I've seen any strategy show, whatever, there's an active goal to better your positioning, right? Like, people are actively going out of their way to somehow better their positioning, whether that's taking someone out or winning power or doing something. I don't feel like Lauren has done anything to get into the positioning she is. Like, she kind of just takes hits or someone else takes hits. Like, it's nothing that she does that is like, it's never positive. It just either equals out in some strange way. That's why it's so hard for me to rank her, because I don't know.
She's insignificant. That's why, Josi.
Weird.
In this house.
her trajectory is not likely going to be deemed by herself.
And she's
Yeah.
a fan of the show.
Exactly.
If it was
I
like
know.
one of those like bar graphs, whatever, like she would be in like the line in the middle, and it's like just like still going straight, like it's not
Stagnant
going
while
up or down.
everyone else
Man,
Or it's just
Martina,
staying
could
there,
you
bro.
imagine? Like, I would.
I mean, listen, I feel like there's still something there. It just hasn't happened yet. There's nothing.
No.
Like I said, I've seen crazier success stories. Like there's a lot of game. I repeat, someone has been eliminated from the house.
It's only 3
There's a
weeks,
lot of
Isaiah.
game.
But
There's a
the
lot of game
issue,
left.
the issue is, I usually agree with that sentiment 100%. I do. But I mean, the whole model of the show is expect the unexpected. But when we have seen her have to make decisions so far, it has been like horrendous, to be quite honest. Like, that's why it's hard for me to have faith. I usually like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's like, you've kind of showed us what you do when you have either HOH or veto.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard for me to even, like, I mean, never say never, but I think people are going to do worse things for their games than she is going to do something that's really good for her game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I say we keep her there for now, and if it makes
Yeah.
sense later, we'll see. But let's move on to the king of the house, Keanu.
Oh God,
Josie, how you feel about his HOH? Did you like it or you hate it?
great for my draft. Great for my draft. Everyone was safe. It was excellent for my draft. But as a viewer, like, you guys gave Keanu way too much credit last week. Way too much. I knew he was.
He's still the bottom he's towards the bottom.
No, but like, when we were talking about him, like when we were actually talking about him, I was like, this man is gonna, like, he's gonna either backdoor Rachel or not get rid of Vince. It's not gonna happen. And the moment he said this was just a lesson, everything I said last week was validated 1,000%. 1,000%. This man is not a good player. I don't think, if Keanu wins the game, it means that the Big Brother game is broken. It values it values competitions over strategicness and social game, because he doesn't really have any, to be quite honest. I said it last week. He should have put, I'm going to be so for real. I get it. You wanted to teach Vince a lesson. There are other ways of going about it. Like, you could have, like, obviously Vince is not the best ally ever, but he's above the whole other rest of them, to be honest. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have put up Ava, because she had put, like, they had that little altercation, whatever. And he should have put up Ashley, and then he should have put up, or Mickey and Morgan. That would have made sense. He just ruined his relationship with Vince, which is already tumultuous as it is. Like, the way he went about the week was really bad. And we saw the blow up. Obviously, like, he is not aligned with Ashley. But him and Rachel, I don't know if that relationship is really going to be built. But then again, they both prove me wrong. They get into one room together, blah blah blah, frenemies all over again, and it's just toxic and annoying to watch. To be honest, like, just stay on separate sides and keep it pushing.
I think I realized why I like Keanu so much, and I always compare people to other players. I'm sorry. He reminds me so much of my favorite Big Brother player of all time.
You're gonna say Devin.
I knew
it was
Devin
coming. He reminds me of Devin so much, and I think that Ashley blow up was like the epiphany of that. It's like Keanu, and I said this last week.
Oh my god, that
Keanu-
is a really good comparison.
Is it not? You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like, look,
actually
Keanu
And the fact that
is
that's your
not a
favorite
good
player?
And Keanu is mad entertaining. I'm sorry, but look, Keanu is not a good player. We said this like listen, he was one spot away from being an F. You know, like he is not a good player. But I still stand on what I said last week. I agree with you. I was like, he should have put Ava up. I was like, there's better like nominations for this guy. But at the end of the day, I still feel this way. I don't think his position in the house has improved or like plummeted. Like I don't think even like his spot with Vince, cool. I think he went from Vince's like number 7 to number 8 or like Vince doesn't care about anyone, right? Like Keanu has no allies in his house. The only one that maybe is Rachel, and I don't think Rachel was ever like really serious with anything with Keanu. Like I think he to a degree, but she was never super serious with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Keanu is always going to be this player who has to just do the most random crap and just get lucky. I'm being honest. Like his game is never reliant on strategic prowess or social game. It's as you said, comps and luck. Like, and there's still in the crazy universe of this season a chance for Keanu to win. Is it low? Hell yeah! Like it's low as hell. But there's still more of a trajectory of a Keanu winning, in my opinion, than like Lauren or Kelly personally. So I said maybe not Lauren, but Kelly for sure.
I would say more than Kelly.
For sure. But I you know what I'm saying? There's a shot in some arguments, maybe even over Ava. I don't know. Well, I'm just saying, like Keanu over a lot of these other people has a resume right now. It's messy as hell, but he has a resume. There's a shot. I don't think he's going to win. I put him at the bottom of D. I ain't going to hold you. Like he's like the second worst position player, if not the worst position in the entire house. But I still see win equity in him. So I will put him at the bottom of D. I'm still on Team Keanu here. But tell me I'm wrong or right, anybody. Do you know how you feel? Or Ethan, go ahead. How you feel?
Oh, no, I mean, I was just going to be quick. I think the best thing that could have happened for Keanu's game happened today, and that was the confirmation that the Blockbuster will be here for 2 more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, that's going to help him. Like, for anybody in the house, everyone in the house, outside of maybe Kelly, this helps Keanu more than anyone else. Like, for sure. He's going to go on the block anyways. Now he just has an extra chance to save himself, and he's super cool under pressure. Granted, I would put him at the bottom of D for sure. Like 100%.
How about you, Janelle? She's like Keanu. She hates Keanu.
I know. I picked that up.
Hate him.
You should see our text messages.
I don't hate him. I just want him to
Keanu.
die like Vince.
I just hate his approach to the game. Like you guys have made all the points. He did nothing to help his game this week. The way he handled the HOH, the way he made his nominations, the way he backpedaled on everything, like pissed off Rachel and Ashley when he was apparently trying to build something with them. It just was all bad. No strategic mind whatsoever. Mickey said it best. He's allergic to logic. He literally is allergic to it. So bottom of D for me, but I think that people like Lauren and Kelly, maybe even Ava, and I don't know about Vince, wouldn't necessarily nominate Keanu first. Do you know what I mean? So he's not drawing dead. If the right person wins HOH, he's not going to be on the block, which is astonishing considering they cannot get the man out of the house. But I think that he deserves bottom of D, but he's still not drawing dead, which is very annoying.
It's very fun. I love these cockroach players, but it seems like we have an agreement that Keanu is bottom of D. Listen, I don't even think this matters. Like that's as long as this twist is still here, Keanu has a chance.
Right.
And that's hilarious to me. I do think that they're going to ruin this twist. Like I do think they're going to ruin this twist like they did with Battle of the Block. But like, I think the players ruin Battle of the Block. I think production is going to ruin whatever this is called. It's had 2 different names at this point. So whatever this is, I think it's going to be ruined. But we'll see. It's helping Keanu though. So it's going to save him from F. But there we go. All right.
It's better than Zombie Week. So I'll give them that.
Agreed.
Nasty.
Ava.
Janelle, how do you feel about Ava? How you feel about her position in the ranking right now?
She was very happy to see Mickey go. I don't necessarily think that was great for her, but what I think is good for Ava is the inroads she's making with Lauren and Kelly. I can't necessarily see other people targeting Ava. I think she'd be up there as a pawn, and many of those people are considered bigger players and would go home over Ava, in my opinion. They're going to vote Keanu out over her. They're going to vote Vince out over her. They're going to vote Morgan out over her, Ashley out over her. Like, I think she's sitting pretty good, and I think it's smart of her to be fostering the relationships that she is. She's really come back around on Ashley, which I think is great for Ashley. So, her position, I don't know. I really don't care what her position is, whether it's behind Vince or above Vince. I think she's in a better spot than Vince, but
Josie, I saw your eyes.
I don't think she has better odds of beating Vince.
I'm not a better position as far as people would come after Vince before her. I'm not saying like she would.
Okay. That's not how I interpret it, but okay, I see what you're saying. Honestly, Ava's in the same boat as Lauren. I think her position in it has nothing to do with strategicness, to be quite frank with you. I think she had the best HOH, but honestly, like I feel like Ava's game is based off vibes or rather auras, if you will. I feel like one day she's like, I don't like this person, and she's like complaining about them about Will, and Will's just in there, and so that like her voting out Mickey, to me, like her excitement felt a little overblown, in my humble opinion. Like the fact that she is chanting physically, that was so embarrassing. Her coming to jump, and then Mickey turned around and then like slightly like put her hand down. Like it was just so bad. It gave me the ick. I'm so sorry, Ava Pearl. But I just feel like, she's the swing vote, right? We saw in this last episode and how she's talking about like, I kind of like that they're fighting over me, but it's like, it's not because you did anything. Like, I don't feel like she did anything to get this far. She's just someone who seems a little bit more open to working with people, which I guess works to her advantage. But her and Lauren are in the same boat to me. Like, there's nothing really different between the two. To be honest, like maybe Ava's number one might be Will, but I don't think Will's number one is Ava. Same thing with Lauren. I don't think Vince, clearly. Minnie for the win, I guess. But yeah, she's in the same boat.
See, what your comments you guys have for Lauren, I actually think applies way more to Ava, because it's like, it's one thing for like, it's one thing for to be a player that like is like not doing much in the game. It's a whole different thing to be a player that has like no idea what's going on in the game. I feel like Ava is like, I don't feel like she has a correct read on what's going on in the house, actually. Yeah. I think that she thinks she's way more in the know than she actually is. And I don't really understand or really see the trajectory of like what her winning path is. You know what I'm saying? I can hear Ethan typing some shade again. But
no, my hands are up. I'm not
I don't know. Speaking of Ethan, how do you feel about Ava?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I'm right in the middle of both of you two, where I kind of going off with what Josie said. I feel like what Ava has over Lauren is that her connections are with better people in my eyes than Lauren's, like people that I see going further. But also at the same time, I do struggle to see what exactly is her path to the end, where I do think she's in a better spot to get to the final 5 or the final 6, but I don't really see anyone sticking their neck out for Ava. Whereas like, I feel like Will, well, maybe, I don't know, Will's very chill, but like, I feel like when it comes to someone like Ashley, Will is much more likely to put a foot forward and trying to save her. But if it's Ashley and Ava on the block, I mean, I don't know how good Ava's chances are at staying. And I feel like that's kind of a lot of people. Once you get to that final 5, final 4, I don't know who she's necessarily staying against. And I don't know if she's necessarily going to comp beast her way out at the end. So yeah, I mean, I feel good about her for the next couple weeks, but I don't know if I feel good about her after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I agree with
personally,
that.
outside of Vince, I'm gonna be so honest. Maybe there might be a change in C, maybe, but for the most part, at this bottom half of this ranking, outside of Vince, I don't really see much. Well, Keanu move, but I really don't see a place for Ava, I guess, to move. I feel like her and Lauren are like almost like in the same space. Like they're just kind of like, all right, like you're not really being target. What's next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to flip the switch and do something a lot more proactive come jury time, or are you guys just want to stay on this trajectory and just wait until it's your turn? I don't know. But yeah, I don't think anyone would fight that. Personally, Ava just staying there feels like the vibe.
Yeah.
A D and below winner is so depressing. Like, what did I watch the season for?
I wouldn't hate a Vince or Keanu win. I'm telling you.
Hey, if I say
Keanu
that, he's my man apparently. So I'm not gonna comment on it.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying he would represent the season.
Keanu would be an amazing winner to me. Like,
no.
All right. Yeah. I would love my Josh Martinez-esque win right here. Like this guy.
It would be a great story to tell.
Amazing story. Okay. I think people would look back with Keanu's win and be like, yo, that guy was entertaining. He would get on so many shows about it. I'm telling you, Keanu would be such an amazing addition to the winners chart. I'm just saying. All right. Let's go to Will. Who do I go to last? Ethan. Yeah. Ethan, how do you feel about Will right now in the game?
I mean, I was so high on Will 4 days ago, and I have tapered off a little bit where I am really looking. I mean, he's like probably the only person in the house where nobody's really looking his way. Nobody is like thinking about even putting him on the block now, which I do want to say kudos to him because he was like so close to seemingly falling into that pawn, like perpetual pawn role. And now no one's even thinking about it. So I think like getting to the final four, Will is by far the most likely to in my eyes. But I am really starting to question like his win equity. How if the perception of him will be that like he was just chill and didn't do anything and therefore not get jury votes next to someone who maybe played more aggressive or more outwardly than him. But I mean, I still feel better than everyone else we've talked about and by a decent margin.
Yeah. One of my biggest criticisms to him has been like how he's just not active enough. And I still feel that's true, but I've seen him do a little more. Like there was that drama with the Ava nominating Ashley. He told her the truth and then backpedaled on it the next day, which Ashley was like calling him to the carpet and he held to it. He did a little more, which I'm happy about. I think, like you said, Ethan, he's in a great position. Nobody's coming for Will. Lots of people will be evicted before Will. I also agree. But I don't know how he can win. I don't know what he could possibly say at the end that's going to beat whoever he's sitting next to. I'd be curious to see it, but I'm fine with him staying where he's at. He's definitely, for me, above the other people below him.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like a broken record at this point, but every time I talk about Will, I feel like he's going to drop a little lower. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops to like D next week. Because I'm just only so impressed by like good positioning and not being targeted. I haven't seen anything that will prove to me that Will has that thing in him to kind of like take initiative when it's this time jury. And I'm just a little confused on what his overall plan is. I feel like Will has been here this long because he has not challenged the people in power. And I feel like as long as you're going along with what people want and you stay out of trouble, then you're going to naturally be here for a while. But eventually he's going to have to like do something. And I feel like I'm scared for his chances if it's a double and a situation like last night happens where it's a Mickey versus Ashley, and then like What happens when Will's sitting next to an Ashley or a Morgan or something, like when they put these two people next to each other, especially like Ashley, who obviously people aren't afraid to put up at this point. It's like, well, Will go home? I think so. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't really know who is prioritizing Will over a lot of these other bigger players right now, because I don't see more of the connection with these bottom guys outside of like what the people above him. You know what I'm saying? I am scared for him, and I'm really optimistic on where he goes from here. Like, I want to see him in an HOH position. I want to see him lead a vote, or at least plant seeds. You know, he doesn't even need to be up front. Like, plant seeds or something. Like show me that like you have that instinct to like do what's needed. Like when it's going to happen. Like, I don't know. I'm afraid for him. I feel like he can easily be like a casualty to war at some point if he's not too careful. That's just me. How you feel, Josie?
I disagree with your statement slightly, because I was just trying to do the numbers in my mind. If Will and Ashley are on the block, I do think Ashley goes home.
Gone.
I do think she goes home. Yeah, I think I'm trying to like do the math, right? Like it's good that we have them positioned this way in the ranking, because it's kind of like the divide of the house.
That's what I was looking at. I was like,
if Ashley and Will are on the block, right?
Yeah.
Rachel has a vote. She will probably save Ashley, right? Morgan, I think, would vote with whatever Vince wants, or they'll have a conversation about it. They'll vote as a unit, but the rest of them easily could vote out Ashley. They've given themselves the reasons to vote for her. So I do think that Will, right. And so I think Will does stay.
Yeah.
I think he only leaves if like
so
if Ava's on the block, Ava's on the block, maybe he'll leave.
But even with that, right? Let's say Ashley does leave. That's another number that he's losing, right? And
right.
It's like,
it's not good.
It's actually is interesting that you just brought that up. That it's like it is split, because now it's like, oh, you're actually like low key in the minority, and then it's like, who is like, what is his path to the end right now? Like, oh my god, am I talking myself down to Will and D? I'm not going to do it yet.
I think Will
know.
is. It's funny. Ava, Will, and Lauren to me are kind of the same type of players right now. They have different relationships. Will's relationships are much stronger in comparison to the rest of them. That is why he's where he is.
Yeah.
But if we think about it, like his position is solely due to the fact that they like Will. Being likable is a great attribute in the game of Big Brother, but it's a game at the end of the day, and I don't feel like he's played it, to be honest. I think if he had planted seeds, or if he had done something a little bit more aggressive, then we would be strong on him, right? But when you sit in those final two chairs, it's a great accomplishment to make it to the final two chairs. But when you sit there and you have to advocate as to why people should vote for you, I just do not see, again, there's a lot of games to be played, but I just do not see what Will could say up until this point right now. Everyone liked me. Okay. That's not enough. This is not the circle. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this cast would do great out of the circle, but this is Big Brother, and that's why I'm like, what is he doing? We've also seen what's great about Will. I really liked the veto competition when Vince was I thought that was really interesting, because everybody was happy about the idea of Will getting to compete, and he did the smartest thing, which was throw it. To better his relationships. But I don't think he's thinking, I need to win this HOH. I really don't think that's his mindset. Like, I don't think he will. I think he's more likely to throw something than to win it, until he realizes it's a little too late. And I love Big Brother, but towards the end of the game, these competitions become less and less equitable. It's just facts. Like, people study this game and know at the end of it, if you just win competitions, if you know your days and you beast out competitions, you're going to make it far. We've seen people do that often. Not me mentioning Kevin again, but Kevin Kevin from BB Can 5 is a great example of like having to comp it out at the one and people respecting the game he had played. It was enough. I just don't know if Will has that capacity.
I think I compared him to Cam last week. I still actually think that's really valid, because you guys actually have convinced me. I don't know if he's going to get voted out at any point, right? But just like Cam, who I thought was a solid player, I don't know why she's laughing. Kevin, oh no, the comments is crazy.
No, I like.
Yeah, I like
Cam.
Cam. I thought Cam was
Way
solid.
more like he would listen
I
to
th-
Cam speak.
but
Not the
just like-
revisionist history. Come on now.
I think Cam and Will were both
He's not an
solid,
idiot.
likable guys. I don't think Will's an idiot. I think they're both solid, likable guys. But they're like right now, Will's like an easy like 5th to like 3rd placer right now. Like I just don't really know what he needs to do.
Does Will
He
know
can have
his
like
days?
a Terrence moment where he gets someone like a Joseph, like he had that moment. That'll be interesting. But like I don't
He
know.
doesn't know his days, right? I'm not
Probably
like.
not.
Did someone see him study?
No.
Okay, cool. So already,
I just don't understand the Cam. Like the move when Chelsea got Mackenzie to nominate Leah, I was like, she's never going to do that. Mackenzie's never going to do that. But she did. And you know who was pivotal in that? Cam. Like if Cam wasn't, right, Ethan? Like
yes, Cam
if you
was.
watch feeds a lot, you would see Cam never won. That was Cam's weakness. But his game sense was good. Like he was in
I
there.
like Cam. I know.
I'm just saying. I don't think
I will talk about.
But
how I feel
here's
about
what I'll
Cam.
say. Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say to Janelle. Like if Will is in a situation like Cam, he has to pick who he's taking to the end, and like Ashley's one of the people there. You think he's taking Ashley to the end?
Yeah,
I don't know. He should.
Yeah, he
I
is.
think because like Cam would have took Chelsea to like I don't know. I'm like
And Chelsea would have took Mackenzie.
I think
that's
your
what I'm
comparison-
saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think
Go
your
ahead, I'm sorry.
comparison has legs, but the reason why your comparison has legs to me is because I think the difference between Cam and Will is that Will kind of knew that he was going to be an outsider, right? Like age unfortunately plays a part in these like social experiments. So he came into the game knowing, hey, I need to be social. Like I need to have connections. I mean, look where he's at. Normally, a man of his age does not make it that far. Normally,
Right. He has great
unfortunately. So he has great connections. That's my point. Yeah. Cam, however, I think there was some privilege there, and I clocked it. I said it last season. So that's why I don't want to compare him. I think Cam's game is kind of similar to Lauren's, but well, to each their own.
To each their own. Well,
yeah, because I don't.
Seems like he's staying there. I could see him dropping next week. I'm being so honest. I'm afraid for him.
I think he will drop.
Let me tell. But someone's been eliminated, so who knows at this point?
Right.
They said someone likable, allegedly. I'm gonna say it again. Allegedly, according to Twitter, said that someone likable went home. Will is likable. It could be Ashley, Will, or Rachel at this point. Who knows? But let's go to Morgan. Josie, how do you feel about Morgan? She jumped from, I believe, F all the way to C last week, and you wanted to put her in B. Or no, was that
no,
Ashley?
My debate was Ashley. I wanted Rachel to be on the same level as Ashley and Morgan. And I think after this week, everything I said last week holds true, but we'll get to her when we come. I think Morgan played a great game last week. This week she was on the block, right? Like what could she have done except for win the veto? Like that's what it is at the end of the day, right? She did what she needed to do, and period. And honestly, her relationship with Mickey is one that I think I still have to process to this day. Despite her departure, because I think Mickey was good for Morgan's game, but I feel like Mickey was good for a lot of people's game, but she was also bad for their game. Her and Vince are kind of twins, if you think about it that way. Alas, I think she did what she needed to do. I don't know if Mickey is more of a valuable ally for Morgan than Ashley is. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that because, like, I think Mickey could have at least kept Morgan to a degree as her number one, despite her being like Mickey, the player that she is. Whereas, like, Ashley, I think her number one is Rachel or Will. Like, she's like third in that tier. So I don't know. Like, I understand why she did what she did this week. I think Vince has her as his number one, which is great for her. Like, she's in a good position in this game. I think she's someone I can put more win equity behind. I don't think we're talking about her being a very good potential winner. I think she can. After last week, I think she controls Vince in a way. And Vince is a good person to control. Like I to be honest. So I don't know.
I think I would move her ahead of Ashley at this point because
Yes.
of this week. Yeah, she was on the block. Yeah, Josi, she did what she needed to do. And I think she also fostered something with Keanu. Where, if he would win again, he might not necessarily come for her head. I'm not sure, but I know she was making sandwiches and people were commenting, and she seemed to actively be working into getting into a better social relationship with Keanu. I think it's also a struggle with Mickey because Mickey was so temperamental, whether or not, like, it was hard to tell what Mickey was going to do, who she's going to be mad at, who she was going to trash that week, right? So I ultimately, I think, lean towards Ashley being a better ally for Morgan, even in just the way that they communicate or disagree, just runs better than when Mickey was involved, right? But her keeping Vince is huge for her. I don't see a lot of people targeting her. She's come around on Kelly.
I don't think anyone puts her up, to be honest.
Yeah. So I would just move her above Ashley, and then I would be fine with how C goes.
I think I would actually.
And I also one more thing. I also agree that if Morgan keeps chucking along, like, she is the person I feel like her or Ashley or Rachel would be the most satisfying winners for me, according to the games that I've watched so far. Those three would be the most satisfying for me. And I think she has great win equity. I agree, Josi.
I actually would put Morgan at the top of everybody this week.
Agreed.
That'll be the top of C, though, not B. And we'll get to Rachel when we get there.
Yeah.
But I would actually put Morgan up top because I feel like the difference between her and someone like Rachel and Ashley and Will is that I think she has a lot more options, especially with that Vince connection, which could low-key be a showmance at this point. Who knows at this point? But I think that if push comes to shove, this little coalition of C/B comes crashing down with the exit of Mickey and possibly a Rachel Riley or Ashley. I think Morgan has a place to pivot where the other two put it. You know what I'm saying? So I do like Morgan's position. I think she is the most fluent to work with either area of the house right now. So I will put Morgan up top of C personally. How do you feel, Ethan?
I mean, the bar is, you can't see where my hand is. It's so low. So, like, Morgan right now is, probably in, like, the best spot. But, like, I know I've said this again, and, like, I promise I'm not even trying to be, like, a heel to Josi. But, like, the worst thing you could be is Vince's ally. Like, I don't care if Vince is, like, cheating on his girlfriend from home with you. He's still trying to get you to use the veto on him and lead you out to dry. He's not a good ally to have. So the fact that Morgan's number one is Vince is something that is holding her back from me from going into the B tier. I think top of C is great, but... yeah, it's
really
all right. I feel like I need to respond.
Come, please.
I'm just saying, I'm not. You guys are making me seem like I'm a Vince stan, and I hate it here. I hate it here because I feel like I'm the only one defending this man. But I'm saying what I meant to say is that Vince is not the best ally, but he is probably one of the people in the house that can play with either side. And to Isaiah's point, right? Morgan is in that position, and I think Vince helps her open that door to the other side. I think she can manage the other side on her own. Once she really starts cultivating that, I see that for her, but it is via Vince, in my opinion. And also I think Vince is a good number one when he actually really considers you. And I in the beginning, he was really considering Lauren, and it was benefiting her. It was. And then he started prioritizing himself. And then I think he could be in a position where he'll prioritize Morgan to his detriment. His HOH, Rachel should have gone on the block, to be real. The fact that she worked him, and the fact that Rachel did not touch the block and she got her ideal outcome just speaks to the importance of being able to manipulate Vince. Like, it's not like he's the best person I ever have, but he is a key player in this game. We can't act like he's not.
He is. That's
No,
I don't think she's manipulating him.
terrible.
Though.
If he would go, I think Morgan would be in a lot better position. I really do, because
Really,
he was willing to let Keanu play her the way
For
like,
himself.
I know, for himself. And Morgan will stick her neck, legs, toes, arms, the whole body out to protect that man. She's like a human shield for Vince. It's insanity to me. I'm just saying, I don't think he's a good ally to her. There's nothing to me that shows that he's a good ally to her. Like, not one thing. And now
It's not an individual game. Damn.
Yes, it is. But I'm just saying, she don't need him. That's what I mean. I don't think she needs him. She'll be just fine without Vince. So
she doesn't need him, but I think she's reaping some good benefits too.
What? I don't know.
I mean, she got who she wanted out last week. Did she know?
I think. There's anyone against her being in the top of C right now?
Oh, she's at the top. She's the top. She's the number one player.
Awesome.
Please.
All right, we got 2 people left.
Oh,
let's talk
about Rachel.
Who talked about who started Morgan? Who started Morgan? I'm tripping. Was it Josi?
No, I didn't start Morgan.
All right, well, you're gonna start this one. How you feel about Ashley?
Oh God. I think we were starting to see some great things for her. We were, but it all boils down to the same thing for me with Ashley, which is that she has great reads. She's just not in the driver's seat at all. She's not the one making the decisions. Like, she's not. And it's unfortunate because, hey, if she was, Vince would be out and y'all would be praising and I wouldn't have to speak on him ever again. But she's not winning the competition. She went that one veto. Let's not. I seen some people erase her competition when she has won a veto. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I feel for her. Like I just feel like she has really good position and she needs power. But the issue is too, I feel like every time people get into that HOH room, they ruin their game. So it's like part of me doesn't even want her to win HOH. Like genuinely, because every time you've had HOH come in, they've done nothing good except for Ava, and that's because she was asleep for half of it, maybe 80% of it. So like, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about Ashley. Like, she has good allies, I guess, but like even sometimes I think she can be a bit reckless. Like I can't get over her talking about evicting Ava while Ava is in the room awake. Like things like that to me, little things like that start to add up. Like I just feel like she is strategic, but she lacks a bit of finesse. Like she needs to control it. That's what I think she needs to do. She needs to control it. And I don't know what she can do except for win power, because when she talks to her allies, they don't listen to her. Especially Rachel. She's like, leave Keanu alone. Stop. And yet she always goes back to him. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Is it a bad take to say that Ashley should be down in D?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wouldn't put her in D yet.
Wait, I'm open to listening to you speak.
Of course.
I just don't. I don't see. There's a path, obviously, right?
Yeah.
I don't, and this is why I was cool with like Will being at the bottom, and I said possibly dropping the D next week. But the only reason I was cool was because like I think he has longevity, and we'll get to Rachel when we get to her. I think Morgan has options. I think Ashley is on a sinking ship right now. I don't know if like the whole speech thing that she did really did her any favors personally. I don't really see many people here prioritizing or like really wanting to keep Ashley too long. And I mean, I think you guys said it earlier in the podcast, like she could go like in a lot of scenarios. I don't really know. I feel like obviously she can win. She's not playing a bad game, but I'm curious to see what her trajectory, like what's the word I'm looking for? What is her pathway to getting to a dub? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she has to go against at least like 85% of this house who probably would not allow her to get to this point. And I feel like she's just going to have a very uphill battle. Like she has the skills that we like to see and everything. But, and again, I think out of everyone with these rankings every single week, I'm really like the biggest on like win equity. Obviously she gets there, amazing. But like, I think Ashley has constantly fought this entire season. People like not really caring too much about her. And it's just like, I don't really know how she gets to the end right now. She could, but it's going to be a hard. Like I see her like solidified jury member right now. But am I wrong?
I agree. If anything, I would just move her under Will, but
For sure, I'm being extreme. I'm saying.
I agree with Josi. I think what Ashley really needs is some power. Like period, point blank. She needs power to solidify. Like I think she's good with Morgan, she's good with Rachel, she's good with Will, she's good with Ava, and even Lauren. When Kelly tried to get Ashley evicted this week, Lauren's like, I don't want Ashley to go. That's what Lauren said. A lot of people are good with Ashley. I don't necessarily see her as a target for most people, but I just think that she needs to win power, and her game and jury is just going to really depend on who's winning that power if it's not her. And are those people going to keep her safe? But this week she was the safest on the block. She wasn't going home. Do you know what I mean?
I will say, though, my concern with Ashley, to your point, though, is that we still have Blockbuster. There's going to be 3 people on the block. If that other side wins, she's on the block.
Yeah,
like,
you're
automatically.
Right.
So, like, all it takes is, like, if she doesn't win the veto, if she doesn't win the Blockbuster, like, she'll be the one they naturally are going to want out as well. Like,
I mean, there's 3 people going up. There's only how many's left? 1, 2, 3. 9.
There's just another thing. I think she's also just really like. Unfortunately, the twist is gonna play against her favor. I feel like.
Yes.
But she's in the minority. To be fair, that's what's going to screw that minority side, regardless.
Yeah.
I don't want to put too much like credence into like her performance in one competition, but it did not seem like she had the fire in her during yesterday's blockbuster, which would make me nervous for future blockbusters. And then like she would go home against Will most likely. Like she seems like the easiest person for the other side to nominate, and that's a scary position to be in. So like, and then like the alternative, unless she's winning power, is her side winning power and keeping her safe. But then that's probably going to hurt her chances in a final 2 if the people she's surrounded with are making these resume moves that she's not. So like, she does kind of just like need some power of her own and to do something right with it. But we've seen HOHs have like a 14% success rate this season. So it's like all roads lead to the same conclusion, and it's not good. But that's kind of how I feel about everyone, and I have to be wrong with someone. So,
okay. So it seems like anti-D, but are we okay with under Will?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Boom. Oops, not you. Sorry about that. All right, and then lastly, let's talk about Rachel. Ethan, how do you feel about Rachel? Despite the rumors, how do you feel about Rachel?
I mean, like losing Vince would have been really good for her. So the fact that he is still in isn't great.
Yeah.
And I mean, like she is still just like the fewer people there are, like obviously Rachel's already a huge target, like just for the name alone, but it's only getting bigger as more and more people are leaving the game. And especially with the blockbuster lasting for another 2 weeks, like you're telling me when there's like 5 people in the house and they're still nominating 3 people or whatever, like she's going to be on there if she's not winning power.
Yeah.
But I mean, she still hasn't touched the block, which is great. She still has like a great connection with Ashley. She has shown to be capable of like mending certain broken bonds, mostly just with Keanu, but like who knows what's going on with that changes every day. But hey, maybe Keanu will win HOH in the future, and that will be on one of their good days, and then she avoids the initial nominations. But I don't know, so much is up in the air. I mean, I'm probably going to put her below Morgan, but
I agree.
I don't know if I've seen too much to like make any more drastic changes.
I agree. I would drop her below Morgan as well. But and this is why I like Keanu. I'm just gonna say this. I think even though it was not on purpose, I think his HOH has done drastic damage to the house because it made a lot of these like bigger players who are like a lot more active, including Mickey, even though she tanked her position. I think it forced a lot of these people to really like show their ass, right? And I feel like obviously Mickey going home was kind of crazy, but like Ashley, having her blow up, and then I was kind of upset with Rachel about this. I didn't feel like Rachel needed to get involved, but I feel like she was kind of like cutting the wire on like the Keanu train too, trying to like defend like Ashley, whatever. Like, yeah, Keanu, what's wrong with you? Why would you? I'm like,
yeah, jumping.
Just mind your business. Just be quiet. Like I don't know why she felt the need to like talk, because like now Keanu's like, all right, well, F you, Rachel. Like, and if the rumors are true, which again, it's not taking according to my ranking, but like if the rumors are true, that's a vote that you just lost. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're already on a minority. You're on a sinking ship right now. Again, the same comments I have for Ashley. This is why I'm dropping Rachel. It's like you guys are on a sinking ship, and there's not many places to pivot because you guys have like secluded yourself in like this small group of people to this point where like now that like your numbers are dwindling, there's not many places to turn. You need to rely on competitions at this point, and I don't know how that's going to work out for Rachel, you know? So I don't like what I'm seeing, sadly. And again, the rumors have nothing to do with my rankings, but I already said this back when we got to Will. I'm like, when we get to Rachel, we'll get to her, but like I'm dropping her. Like I just thought that, I think the thing that was kind of putting her over the top of Morgan for me last week was like, hey, even though, you know, she's running this alliance and all this stuff, I'm like, she at least, like Morgan, had that avenue on the other side, which was a Keanu, even despite whatever that means. Like Keanu, as everyone is saying, can't go home. You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, that's a beautiful ally to have. Like that's a guaranteed vote. You know what I'm saying? But since she cut that cord, it's like you guys are relying on this other group of people. So it's like, I don't know.
Didn't they talk after that?
How much of that really matter?
I don't know.
Half
the time, I don't know where they stand. It goes back and forth like a tennis ball. You couldn't have told me Keanu was going to win this week and not nominate the woman. You couldn't have told me that last week. You know what I mean? He was hardcore against her. Then they made up. Then she was mad she's going to put up Ashley. Then I swear I saw them talking about it, and she talked to him about how he spoke to women. He was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, you do talk down to women, Keanu. He was like, oh, and they talked it out. Whatever she said during that ceremony, they talked it out later, to my memory. I don't know if you watched how much you want to feed, Ethan. Hopefully it's okay. I don't know, but I agree. I just think that she has a hard road ahead, and it's just going to depend on who's winning the competitions for her. If it's not her, it got to be somebody like an Ashley, Will, or Morgan, or she's going up. Everybody else, and I don't think Ava would, but everybody else is putting her up. So especially with 3 nominations. So I agree with dropping her down in C.
But yeah, for sure, I agree with you, John. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I might put her under Will because I actually see Will. I mean, I'm not going. I'm on an island here, so I'm not going to do it. But like,
no. You're not on an island. I haven't said anything about Miss Rachel. You're not on an island.
Oh, you did. I'm so sorry.
Go no. It's okay. I'm glad I'm going last because I really want to say my piece. Last week, I did not want Rachel to be in B tier. I said it. I didn't think it was warranted that she ended up in B tier. I think we gave her too much credit for the fact that she was able to not get on the block on Vince's HOH. I think that had more to do with Morgan than it did have to do with her, to be quite honest. I was very frustrated with her. I think she's put too much stock in Keanu and she can't let it go. It's actually very frustrating. Like the way y'all feel about Vince and his allies is how I feel about Rachel and Keanu. Like genuinely, this man has done nothing for her game. And the fact that she keeps on sticking her neck for him is ridiculous to me. I mean, not to bring back next week, but I do think this is relevant because Keanu ended up being HOH, right? Vince tells her, Keanu wants me to put you up, which was true, right? And everyone was talking about, this alliance between Rachel and Keanu. He wanted her to go on the block. Like, do we forget that? So then for her to then go to Keanu and then Keanu immediately go tell Vince and then Vince be like, well, I told you this information. Why shouldn't I put you up on the block? Like, I think she gave him too much ammunition to use against her. That to me was super fatal. The fact that she didn't make it, again, I don't think it has to do with her. I think it has everything to do with Morgan, which is why I think she should have been ahead last week. This week, Keanu, the relationship we had with Keanu, right? This is what we've been praising her about, this relationship with Keanu. It took her 2 seconds to ruin it. Like, why are you, if Ashley and Keanu are arguing, it is none of your business. keep them both, stop talking, keep them both, and let them take each other out when it's final 3, best case scenario for you, and you automatically end up in final 2. Like, those are like, why are you picking a side? Like, the whole point of your relationship with Keanu was to have that link, and you severed it. For what? She's been tanking her game for him. And no, I'm so sorry. That did reparable. We don't know what's going to happen, obviously, right? Like, I'm no Etsy witch, but I don't know what's going to happen. But the thing is that I think that was enough. Like, you can talk. Everybody talks. Everyone talks. Oh my God, you voted against me. We're good. I forgive you. It's fine. No, because then they're going to want to take you out next time.
I feel like Rachel and Keanu are both these emotional players that like they hold on to grudges just to be petty. I'm not going to.
But it only ruins her. That's my point.
I agree.
It only does damage to Rachel's game. If she was going into these fights, these battles, and it wasn't like hitting her or affecting her in any ways, by all means, do what you need to do. But I think Keanu, as Isaiah has mentioned a multitude of times, he will never change his positioning. Like, he's just Keanu. But she's Rachel. She has her allies. She has these people. Like, it's like people already aren't receptive to working with her, right? Like, Kelly's not receptive to working with her. She had Keanu, and even then, it's like, you invest all this time and energy, it doesn't really pay off. And then when it seems that it might pay off, you sever it. It's too, the fact that her weakness is Keanu, like, really upsets me. Like, she's Rachel Riley. That was my point. I feel like she feels like she needs to play with someone, with people. Like, Brendan, even though Brendan said it this week, she's the sun, I'm the moon, whatever. Poetic, amazing.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Same thing with Jordan, like her and Jordan, right? Like, I wish she would have done what she did with Jordan, which was pull Ashley from that argument. What was the point of that? Like, I think she needs to be lowered for the simple fact that she keeps letting these people like Keanu ruin her game more and more and more. She's already a target as it is. Like, unfortunately, she's not playing the best game in this cast. And I would wish like it was different. Like, I would love for her to be like, I don't know, like masterminding the season, but she's not.
What do you think, Ethan?
I was actually going to say, I'm definitely blinded. I have my Rachel Riley sunglasses on, where like, I ignore the fact that like Kelly is 100% targeting Rachel over everybody. I ignore her mistakes because she's Rachel and I just want her to win. But like, you're right. Like, I do think she probably, from my perspective, should go below Will because there are a lot more people targeting her. She is actively making some moves that are hurting her. And although all of that is a part of the Rachel Riley package, I can't just ignore it completely.
Yeah.
So I would be down to put her below Will, but I don't know what the huge consensus
I don't
is.
care.
Okay, good.
If Katie was here,
Katie would be raging right now. But listen, it is what it is.
We miss you, Katie. We love you.
Cool. Well, look, we have a very balanced
freaking
tier list.
Crazy that everyone is in the bottom half. That's
we went from a Christmas tree to
watch
just like a flag, bro. Oh hell yeah. I've escaped the good gameplay boat a long time ago. So we're here for the vibes and entertainment, and we have Morgan for the first time, the top. Isn't that crazy? She was like towards the bottom like 2 weeks ago. Now she's at the top.
Nearly evicted 2 weeks ago.
I know. And then now you got Kelly still the bottom of the tier list.
That's a good constant. I'm sure Kelly's been down there for most of the season.
Hell yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah. But there you have it, everybody. That is our tier list for the week, and that is our podcast for the night. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. I know that Big Brother Unlocked was on, but you guys still hung out with us and gave us updates. That's always fun. I love our Friday block. So if you want to keep up with what we got going on at Silent Podcast, please follow us on all of our social media. Silent Podcast, Silent_podcast. And if you're listening on our audio apps, rate 5 stars, 5 stars only. If you don't do that at all. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Ethan, thank you so much for coming. again,
sure.
it's always a delight having you.
I love coming on every year. Invite me again next year, please. I enjoy it.
Videos killing it. Ethan, what you got coming up, and where can people find you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm over on YouTube at Ethanimale. We're getting close to the end of the season, but I got a series coming soon where I'm ranking the top 50. Well, there are 2 people from this season. The top 50 like competitors for competitions. So,
oh my God,
Devin
do you have
on there?
Kelly?
Kelly and Keanu have both jumped in there.
Is Devin Shepard on there?
Devin,
Oh my God.
there is a stipulation where you have to have at least 5 comp wins.
Oh my God!
So it doesn't really skew
Just
the
okay.
win percentages, but
Okay.
yeah, that'll be
All right. Cool.
soon.
All right, everybody, check out Ethan's channel, and yeah, Janelle, where people find you? What's that? Janelle.
Are you talking to me? I'm sorry, you guys froze completely. I'm just the same as always. Janelle Michaud on everything, tweeting, talking about the season. I'll be up tonight, waiting to see what happened.
All right. And Josi, how about you?
Y'all can find me on all social media that matters at the same @ it's Josiane XNM, JOSIANEXNM. You know, I'm thinking about changing my title this year of Woman of the People to Devil's Advocate. I think that's quite fitting for the season. But I'm having fun. It's different. I love being the Lance of the season. Love you, Lance.
Oh man.
But yeah, I'm just tweeting away. Every time I say I'm gonna try to be better on Blue Sky. But maybe this will be the week. Maybe the Etsy witch will convince me to come over crossover side. I don't know. But yeah, that's everything, and hopefully more podcasting to come very soon.
All right. And you can find me at 8Ball Bangers on everything. And they were going to drop tonight, but I have some stuff to have to do this weekend. So it's going to drop next week. If you are interested in covering some stuff on Silent Podcast, we are going to be dropping apps for some more talent. Survivor, Big Brother, Traitors, whatever you want. We have some openings coming up. So like I said, please keep a lookout on social media, Twitter, Blue Skies, all that. We don't need another 4 people. Oh, yeah, I'm crying. Anyways, we got to go.
Love you, man.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.